Yes, I think that's enough silliness already. Very early in the day for silliness, isn't it, Ted? We don't want it. Yes, you go down there and twiddle the knobs. Good boy. We don't want any silliness here in Pimbatia. There's been a lot of serious work going on. I can tell you, a lot of serious work. However, the sad news is, ladies and gentlemen, I've decided finally to give up. I kid you not. Here's the reason. I think it was yesterday or the day before, I'm not sure. Days are starting to melt into each other. But anyway, it was about breakfast time. I walked into the kitchen and there was Pim standing there at the kitchen counter looking confused, looking lost she was. I said, my love, what's the problem? She said, well, I'm a bit hungry. And I said, well, it's breakfast time. And she said, but I'm just not sure what to have. Oh my word, really? Really? Anyway, so I've decided to give up because, anyways, the other reason I've decided to give up is because clearly I'm wasting my time here on the interwebs, clearly, because there are still characters like this character here, whose name I don't even know, and I really actually couldn't give a rat's ass what his name is. He's yet another deluded imbecile who wants to come online and tell us, get this, boys and girls, carbs are essential. Carbs are an essential nutrient. So they are. Hello, Bev. Good to see you in the house. Good to see you. Yeah. Now, caveats. The usual caveats. Number one, my usual style is to be a bit abrasive. Suck it up. Or don't. If you don't like it, click off now. Don't care. Secondly, I'm going to pause often to make corrections. If that's triggering for you, you're in the wrong place. You might as well click off now. And if you're a vegan trying to troll me here, again, you're in the wrong place. You're wasting your time. It will not work. You will not turn anybody. You will not convince anybody of anything. You're in the wrong place. You might as well click off now. Stop wasting your time and ours. This is for our own entertainment and edification, really, and because I just happen to have an hour or so to spare so that I can come online and tell you, as I did just now, that I walked into the kitchen at breakfast time and Pim said she didn't know what to have for breakfast. Well, clearly I've been wasting my life. Ted was furious, weren't you, Ted? There you go. Good boy. You get down there and twiddle those knobs. Good lad. Master Chief, good to see you in the house. Good to see you in the house. Very good. The usual love from Juliet. We love us some Juliet up in here, don't we? Yes, we do. Tuning in with my kids. All right, well, I better behave then. I better not say any naughty words. Okay, good. Dean won't be watching live. We don't accept excuses here in Pimbatia. What's that nonsense? We don't want any of that. Field Marshal Dave is in the house. Field Marshal Dave is. All right, and a bunch of other bigots are up in here. 46 of you at the moment. That's not really very good. I'm glad that you 46 folks are here, but actually, there should be more. There should be 1 million people watching my live streams, shouldn't there? 1 million. Yeah, I know. Incredible. Hey, can you not know what to have for breakfast? It's pretty straightforward, really, isn't it? Just two things to remember. Not hard. Anyway, let's get on with dealing with Buffhead here, who wants to tell us that carbs are essential, though. I'll put on my headphones so I can hear what Buffhead has to say. And let's hear it. Caveats, also, before I do the one other caveats. Hello, Southern California. California. Glad that you're here. Oh, man, Dave's not here. Dave's not here, man. Oh. I have only watched the first 23 seconds of this video prior to going live with it. Usually I watch a video through and go, is this going to be good material or whatever? But this one, within 23 seconds, I knew I'd hit gold. Absolute gold. Yes. So let's hear all about how carbs are essential, though. Right. Off you go.
Today, we're tackling a topic that's often surrounded by confusion and misinformation.
Yes, confusion and misinformation. Contributed to by buffheads like this who want to tell us that carbs are essential. Good.
Carbohydrates.
Yes, carbs.
Carbs often get a bad rap.
I wonder why that is. Put your comments below as to why you think it is that carbs get a bad rap.
But are they really the enemy?
Depends. Depends on what battles you're fighting, on what fronts. Yes. All right, good. No punches to be pulled. Excellent. Hello, Australia. Hello, Florida. Good to see you all in the house. Right, so far we've got that there's a lot of confusion and disinformation out there. Right.
I'm going to debunk 9.
Oh, you're going to debunk. Good.
Of the most common myths about carbohydrates and help you understand the truth about this essential nutrient.
There you go, 23 seconds. We all just misunderstand it. Carbs are an essential nutrient according to this completely untrained buffhead, with not a single clue of what he's talking about. Awesome. What do you think, Ted? Are you retarded? Goodness, Ted, I don't think that's the kind of language we want to encourage here. Glasgowy's here. Slovenia is represented. Excellent. All corners of the globe are learning about how carbs are essential. Well done, buffhead.
And if you're new here, welcome to my channel, Mr. Health.
There you go, Mr. Health. Mr. Health, that's his name.
I am a nutritionist.
Right, well, nutritionist, are you? Good. So how is it that you can be a nutritionist and still be under the misapprehension that carbs in the diet for a human being are essential? Because, buffhead, they're not. The exact dietary requirement for carbohydrates of an exogenous nature in the human diet is not 1 single gram ever. None at all. 0. Zip. Diddly squat. None. Still.
Personal trainer practicing.
Personal trainer. Good. Nothing wrong with being a personal trainer. It's a great occupation. It's a perfectly respectable occupation. But the thing is, to be a good personal trainer or a competent personal trainer, you need a qualification in personal training, which I assume you might have. And to be a competent nutritionist, it's probably handy to have some kind of idea about nutrition. However, there's actually no control over the label nutritionist. Anybody in the world can call themselves a nutritionist if they want to. In the same way that anybody in the world pretty much can call themselves doctor if they want to, without any qualification whatsoever. Anyways, also anyone in the world can call themselves field marshal if they want, but not in the meat militia, because there's only 5 of those so far.
For nearly 30 years. Now, in my late 40s, I'm healthier, I'm stronger, and I'm proving that the best is yet to come.
Right. Well, actually, what you'll probably find is that your life cycle would be pretty much the same as everybody else's, especially if you're going to eat a bunch of carbohydrates, buffhead, in which case the best has already been. Because the longer you eat a bunch of carbohydrates, the more likely it is you're going to run into a problem, it seems.
Now let's go.
Yes, let's go.
But first, let me show you my epic shirt.
Oh my God, seriously. Are you stoned? He sounds like he is. Maybe it helps to be stoned. By which I mean with real stones, big rocks. You should be stoned, perhaps, for, I don't know, treason against humanity or something, whatever. Yes, me too, Dave. I always believe people who wear muscle tees and a do-rag. That's what you call it, a do-rag. They just scream intellectual. Yes, absolutely. Yep. Chicago's representing. Good to see Chicago in the house. Yes.
Because no carbs, no joy.
Do I look like I'm lacking in joy? Does Ted? Sorry, Ted. grabbing you around the face like that? Do we look like we're lacking in joy? Perhaps we do. We're not really. Yeah, I'd say so too, Dave. I mean, this guy just screams stoner, doesn't he? He also screams imbecile, but, you know, we'll get to that, I guess. Hello. Hey, san, Svei-san. Good to see you. Yep, we love us some Cami up in here. She's one of my faves. Yes, Ted's looking her best. He's look at Ted's biceps, eh? Look at those. And he doesn't need any carbs. So Stoner here must be wrong. Must be. Anyway, let's hear it.
Myth number 1.
Yes, myth number 1. Let's have it.
All carbs are bad for you.
Yes, all carbs are bad for you. That is actually a bit of a myth, because here's the thing. While I'm quite clear that there is no evidence whatsoever extant anywhere in the literature on this planet that can establish that fats are bad for us, the same is true of carbohydrates, actually. What we do have to do, however, is put together a sensible, rational, reasoned approach to whatever dietary approach we're going to take in life. And unfortunately, these carb addicts, these carb stoners, these actual stoners, it seems, don't apply a single skerrick of basic common sense or logic to their development of their argument, basically. Do they? No. It's laughable for those of us that know what's going on.
This is a huge oversimplification. Carbohydrates are one of the 3 macronutrients your body needs.
No, your body does not need 3 macronutrients. Okay, so he was correct in saying that, you know, it is not appropriate to say that all carbs are bad for you, period. However, he then turns around and immediately goes back to his first error, again, suggesting that you require exogenous carbohydrates in your diet, which is still false. It's still not true. Doesn't matter how many times imbecile buffheads like this ridiculous stoner here come online and say you require carbohydrates in your diet, it remains false. Factually, demonstrably, and absolutely. No amount of saying that you need carbohydrates in your diet will make that so. You don't. Still. Yes, good.
To function properly, providing the primary source of energy.
The primary source of energy. Now, he's suggesting that carbohydrates are the primary source of energy. Now, that is a gross, completely false statement as well. There is absolutely no scientific merit to that statement whatsoever. None. It shows absolutely no understanding whatsoever of biochemistry, physiology, human nutrition, or basic reality, actually.
For your brain, muscles, and other organs.
Right. So what he's suggesting is that your brain, muscles, and several other organs, including testes, for one, require carbohydrates, which is true. They do. That's why your body makes it itself from non-carbohydrate precursors, otherwise known as gluconeogenesis. You can look in any physiology or nutrition textbook you like, and you'll find it's a thing. Okay, we're done. The requirement for exogenous carbohydrate in the diet remains none. Zero zip. Diddly squat. Isn't that right, Ted? I thought he'd agree with me, because Ted understands the law here in Pimbatia. The law is that everybody is free to disagree with me anytime they want to, so long as they want to be found guilty of hate speech. Right, let's carry on.
Think of it this way. You have different types of carbs. On one side,
different types of carbs. This will be interesting.
You have complex carbohydrates found in whole grains like brown rice, quinoa, oats, and whole wheat bread, as well as fruits, vegetables, and legumes.
Right, so complex carbohydrates, mostly starches, which are simple carbohydrates, chemically bound together in chains. It's the only difference between that and simple carbohydrates. Carbohydrates come in a very few forms, a very few different types of simple sugars, absolutely, but basically they all break down to simple sugars when they're metabolized.
These are generally high in fiber, digest slowly, and provide sustained energy.
Okay, so the assertion that complex carbohydrates necessarily and demonstrably metabolize more slowly than simple carbohydrates is also a fallacy, a scientific fallacy, based around a thing they call the GI scale, which suffers from several problems. Number one, the sample sizes used to determine the GI tables were vastly too small to be representative of a general population and as such lack statistical power. Secondly, the noise around the signal that they generated with those studies to establish the GI tables was so vast as to be absolutely laughable to anybody that understands basic statistics at all, like Ted does, don't you, Ted? Ted also understands knob twiddling 101, don't you, Ted? Yes, so you go and twiddle the knobs and let me do the talking, all right? Goodness sake, I can't shut him up. He wants to be in everything, including all the knobs down there, don't you, Ted? Good boy. You carry on. Yes, this guy does have two brain cells to rub together. You can tell because he doesn't simply forget to breathe and die. That's about all we've got so far, though, really. Anyway. Do carry on, Mr. Stoner, telling us about how complex carbohydrates are so vastly different from simple ones.
Along with essential vitamins and minerals.
Essential vitamins and minerals. The exact number of essential vitamins and minerals that are lacking from a diet which is completely devoid of any source of carbohydrate to speak of is none of them. They're all present in the amounts needed. It's almost as if we've evolved for several million years eating almost nothing but meat and associated animal fat. Actually, Field Marshal, you're late. Report to Ted after class for a bit of administrative readjustment for lateness. It's not acceptable. Goodness gracious, coming late to class and also being AWOL. We have been doing work here in Pimbatia for the last several months. Lots of it. Check out my IG, my Instagram at Bart_K as in KAY _nutrition. Those of you that don't know where that is. And you'll see a multitude of short videos about all sorts of things happening in Pimbatia. Very few of them featuring Field Marshal Air Marshal Sawyer. But he was here, but now he's AWOL. Get back here. Nobody signed you out. This is Hotel California, for goodness sake. Anyway, good to see you. Good to see you, Pete. Right. Anyway, Buffhead, tell us about carbs.
Now, on the other side, you have simple or refined carbohydrates found in sugary drinks, white bread, pastries, and processed snacks. These are often low in nutrients and fiber, leading to quick energy spikes followed by crashes.
Okay, again, that relies entirely upon the GI scale, which I've already explained is completely invalid. Well, you've all heard Ted's voice in the past when he's actually had things to say. At the moment, he's on a silence kick. Whatever it is, he's not speaking at the moment, mostly because I won't pay him for an appearance fee. I don't know, he's a bit mercurial, is Ted. But yes, his volume knobs do go to 11. For those of you that don't know, Ted's other gig, other than being my sidekick and knob twiddler, is he does the voice for the fictional character Brian Blessed. And I haven't received any money from Brian for that. Neither has Ted. I love it. I love it. Hench Herbivore, biggest fan. Are you? I'm here for the animals. I love them. So tasty. Very good. Very good. And could you explain to us the first law of thermodynamics, please, Hench Herbivore's biggest fan? Because the actual Hench Herbivore failed badly, didn't he? He said, I don't really know. He wanted to say it's just thermodynamics, just calories in, calories out. It's just thermodynamics, isn't it? Great. Great Paul from Norwich, Hench Herbivore. Tell us what the first law of thermodynamics is. Oh, I don't know, really. But Lame Norton said so it must be good. Oh my God. Hey, Cambodia's in the house. Nice. Good to see Cambodia represented. Yes, indeed, Ted, indeed. Twiddle them knobs. Yep. Hello, Alicia and John. Do you have a split personality? I think we talked about this last time, didn't we? Either you're Alyssa or you're John. You can't be both. Goodness. All these shared online things and couples. It's very cute, I'm sure, but also very confusing. What are you doing? You're arguing that carbohydrate is not a macronutrient in that any sense of the word other than labelled that it was given. Okay. It fundamentally does not meet the requirement of being a nutrient. Okay. I'm not going to argue with you. Yeah. Okay. John and Alicia do understand the first law of thermodynamics, because that's what it is there on the screen, down there. Precisely that. Down there. Yes. Delta U equals Q minus W. Anyone that tells you the first law of thermodynamics says anything other than that doesn't understand it, and or doesn't know what it is, because that's what it is. Where, of course, delta U is the change in internal energy of a closed thermodynamic system. That's the definition of delta U. And Q and W are heat, which is insensible entropic loss, minus W, which is work. Okay? Good. Just thermodynamics, isn't it? Yeah, good. Love it. Anyway, Buffhead, tell us more about simple carbs.
So it's not just about the carbs being bad.
Carbs are bad? What?
But rather choosing the right types of carbs.
Ah, right. So it's choosing the right form of something that all breaks down to the exact same thing regardless of the source of it. I can't believe I've been so stupid my whole life. I'm so easily confused. I wish I wasn't so easily confused. Oh my God, Ted has educated me poorly that I don't understand this. I blame Ted.
Now, myth number 2, carbs cause weight gain.
Carbs cause weight gain. Now, that's probably also a fair statement up front, in that using the term cause or effect as that relates to heart health outcomes of any kind in human beings is impossible on the basis that no experimentation exists to underpin such claims. However, while his opening gambit there on myth number 2 is also correct, I wonder if he gets the details right. I know you're all holding your breath with anticipation to see whether he does. I suspect he doesn't. Just to let you know that I do have some prejudice. Really? Yeah. I doubt it very much, Dave. I don't think he does. It's clear he doesn't, because he's telling us that carbs are essential. Anyone that claims carbs are essential in the human diet, even if they do have a credential, might as well tear the thing up and use it for botty paper, because it's just ridiculous. Absolutely, fundamentally, from the ground up ridiculous, isn't it? Just a reminder, by the way, any of you who have ever considered becoming a Cerule IBO, you should do that this month, because you will not be charged the $75 it costs to become an IBO outside of this month. Do it now. Well, not now, because you're watching this. After this, go to https://BKAY Nutrition, all one word, all lowercase, .cerule, CERULE.com. Click join us now and I want to be an IBO. And you can do it for free. Free, I told you. Why wouldn't you? Right, that's the bills paid, isn't it, Ted? Good. Go and twiddle, do the knobs thing. Right, anyway, come on. So let's hear about myth number 2. Carbs cause weight gain, apparently.
Blaming carbohydrates solely for weight gain is inaccurate.
Is it though? Because actually, if you consume anything whatsoever, that will make you heavier, at least momentarily. Because, you see, things have mass, and weight is the thing that we detect on a scale when mass reacts with gravity, isn't it? So actually you're wrong. Carbs do make you gain weight immediately, at least transiently, as does water, as does eating rocks. That would do it too. Buffhead, wouldn't it?
Weight gain occurs when you consistently consume more calories.
I nearly said a naughty word. There it is. There it is. Calories in, calories out, though.
Then your body burns.
Burning burn calories. Excellent. I'm glad we can burn calories. Please explain the exact mechanism by which calories can be burned, given that the things that burn are things that will react with oxygen to form carbon dioxide plus H2O plus heat plus light. And calories are just light. That's all they are. They manifest as light because calories are photons. That's what they are. How do you burn a photon? And while we're at it, given that photons do not interact with the Higgs field, i.e. have no mass, as a result of having no inertia, that means necessarily, according to basic tenets of physics as we understand it, that they cannot be brought to rest in any inertial frame. Ergo, you cannot consume calories any more than you can burn them. Oh dear, it's not looking good for Buffhead here, is it?
Creating a calorie surplus.
A calorie surplus. You mean you go hot? Carbs can make you feel hot, yes, absolutely, but that doesn't necessarily mean you have a calorie surplus, because how can you have a surplus of something that you cannot consume and that cannot be burned either? God, I wish I wasn't so stupid.
These excess calories, whether they come from carbs, fats, or proteins, will be stored as fat.
Ah, there you go. Just calories in, calories out, though. Oh, I'm glad it's that simple, and I've just been stupid my whole life. And that hormones have nothing to do with it whatsoever. Neither does your inflammasome. And that water has no mass, ergo can't affect your weight on a scale. I'm glad all those things are false. Because Buffhead said so it must be true, because anyone can come online and say words, and they're true, can't they?
Issue often lies in over-consuming calories from less...
Yes, over-consuming calories, which is still impossible.
...nutritious processed carbohydrates.
Hello, Auntie Pim.
Are you busy?
I'm online talking about a guy that says carbs are essential.
Okay, because those kids are running back and forth over the sculpture bridge.
Yes.
Like fucking maniacs and screaming and shouting.
Right. Okay, go and tell them to knock it the fuck off right now. Sorry about the language.
Yeah, so
And tell them to stop it right now.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm going to have to come down, and they don't want that. Thank you. Kids. Yeah. Not my kids. I'm not that stupid.
Sources that are also high in added sugars and unhealthy fats.
Yes, unhealthy fats. Which ones are those?
So in contrast, incorporating moderate portions of fiber-rich complex...
Yes, fiber. Yeah, again, the exact dietary requirement in human beings for fiber. It's the same as it is for carbohydrates, isn't it, kids? None. None at all.
Carbohydrates into a balanced diet can actually aid in weight management. Fiber helps you feel fuller.
Oh, right. Right. So your hormones don't react to the fact that you don't have enough nutrient on board because you've packed your gut full of an indigestible nonsense that's only going to upset that gut anyway. Ergo, the hormone's telling you need to consume more stuff. And because of your ignorance, because you're so stupid as to listen to this absolute buffhead here, you pack in yet more fibre-containing nonsense. Excellent. Great. Give this man a Nobel Prize. Or a razor. Either would be fine.
For longer, potentially reducing overall calorie intake.
Yes, reducing overall calorie intake from none at all, because it's impossible to consume any, to what? How can you reduce something that you cannot intake to an intake less than that?
Now, myth number 3. You should avoid carbs if you want to lose weight.
I know, ridiculous, isn't it, kids?
This is a popular dieting trend, but it's not necessarily the most sustainable.
Ah, right. So your lack of discipline because you're a carb addict is the problem. I see.
Or healthy approach for anyone.
Well, how do you know anything about health? Because you have no credentials clearly in health. You don't even understand that carbs and fibre are not required in the human diet at all. None. None of those things. Neither do you understand that just because you have an opinion doesn't mean you should come online and espouse that opinion to an unsuspecting public who might be stupid enough to listen to you and believe that you might have some kind of credentials or knowledge behind you when it's absolutely clear, buffhead, that you don't?
While reducing overall calorie intake
Still impossible.
is crucial for weight loss,
It's just calories in, calories out, though. That's all it is.
completely eliminating carbohydrates can lead to nutrient deficiencies.
No, because carbohydrates are not required in the human diet, so eliminating them can't lead to nutrient deficiencies. Can it, idiot? No. What now, John and Alicia and John? The way they talk about the first law, it should be written delta U equals Q minus W plus M in times H in minus M out. Right. But then it's not the first law of thermodynamics, is it, anymore? Because the first law of thermodynamics is a case-limited exemplar, if you like, of the law of conservation of energy, and it applies only to a closed thermodynamic system. So as soon as you start mentioning mass, it's not the first law of thermodynamics anymore, because the first law of thermodynamics excludes any discussion about mass, because it only applies to a closed system still. Oh my God, really? Guinness carbs are essential on Fridays, apparently. Good. Harry Louse, King of Tasmania. Good you could join us. Good you could join us. What's occurring in Tasmania? Hence Herbivore's biggest fan. Crop murders are justifiable to get kale on the shelves. Good. Good. Also, smaller animals like wild boar are less valuable than larger animals like cows. That's some good logicking. Like it. Yes, the rock diet, if you want to get heavier, yes. Ted recommends lots of things, though, Harry, and I'm not sure that necessarily they're good things that Ted recommends. Yes, the soundboard out and an air raid siren if you mention carbs. Yep. We know that calories in, calories out doesn't work, Dave. We know that. Yes. Well, although your point is good, you could lose a lot of weight by freezing your food before you eat it, couldn't you? But that doesn't work either. Is he human or AI generated? I suspect this one's an actual human. Yes. Just reading through some of these comments. Yes, it's thermodynamics in it. Rather than nutrients. I'm glad you're all having fun in the background. It's good. Right, anyway, I'm up to speed.
Low energy levels and can be difficult to maintain long.
Yes, so if you don't eat carbs, you'll have low energy levels, apparently, because there's no energy derivable from consuming fats. I wish I wasn't so stupid and so easily confused. Oh, okay. Oh, God, this is so frustrating having to deal with this constant stream of excremental garbage from these absolute buffhead imbeciles like this one. I am heartily sick of these clowns coming online and making this garbage content. It really, it gets to me sometimes, kiddies, it really does. Anyway.
Term. Again, the type of carbs matters.
No, it doesn't. They all break down to the same thing, simple sugars, those that do metabolize at all. Still, wrong again.
Focusing on lean protein,
Lean protein. So we're going to avoid fat, are we? It's probably a good idea considering that it doesn't contain any derivable energy. And I'm using the word contain there advisably. It doesn't contain energy at all. Rick, you're late. Report to Ted. After class. Down the back. You know, where that wetsuit with the bottom cutout hangs. Yeah. Indeed. Look who's here. Pete's here. We can carry on now that Pete's here. Right. Okay. Let's do that. Let's carry on.
Of vegetables and moderate portions of whole grains can be part of a successful weight loss plan.
Rubbish.
These complex carbs provide sustained energy.
Oh, and fats don't. Apparently. My 3 advanced research degrees, my 20 years in academia as a publishing researcher in a number of fields, including human nutrition, was clearly a waste of time. How could I be so misguided as to believe that you can derive energy by consuming fats, or by metabolizing fats, I should really say. This guy knows better. Let's listen to this guy.
For workouts and daily activities. Now, myth number 4.
Ah, yes, good.
Carbs are not good for your health.
Ah, is that different from carbs are unhealthy? Perhaps it was such an important one that he thought it was worth mentioning twice, just giving it a slightly different label, but it's still the same thing. I'm glad that he's repeating his points, because we're all too stupid to understand the first time.
This is a broad and misleading statement.
Ah, good, misleading.
As we've discussed, fiber-rich complex carbohydrates offer significant health benefits.
No, they don't. There are no evidences extant anywhere on this planet that can support that ridiculous theological claim. False.
Fiber is essential.
No, it isn't. It's no more essential than is carbohydrates, still. Okay, just coming online and having an opinion, well, opinions are just like anal orifices, aren't they? Or is it orifi? In that, almost everybody's got one, and it's full of shit.
For healthy digestion.
Ah, there you go. Healthy digestion requires you to have some fibre, apparently. Again, I wasted my time for 20 years, and in effect, 15 years before that, it took to actually gain the qualifications that I got that enabled me to become a researcher and find out that what this buffhead is saying is complete nonsense. I wasted my time. I wasted my life. Really? But it's okay, I bought a farm. That was a good idea, wasn't it? To see how that's going for me, check on my Instagram. Seriously? Ah, love it. Super chat action. Thank you, fully laden swallow. Law of constipation. Yes, the law of constipation. Good. Thank you for the $10. They'll go to good use among all the other expenses around here of cleaning up. Orifices, you say? Good. Yes, right.
To regulate blood sugar and cholesterol levels.
Ah, of course, we need to regulate our cholesterol levels because our genes don't do that. Those genes being the absolute peak of the entire evolutionary process to this point. Those genes having survived every single positive and negative selection pressure that was imposed upon them throughout time immemorial, so that our bodies have become so inane that they don't know how to maintain homeostasis. Because homeostasis is just some made-up nonsense, isn't it, boys and girls? Good. When does this stop? When does this end? When do absolute morons like this clown here finally work out that they just need to shut up and stop this ridiculous nonsense? What does it take to get this through?
And can contribute to feelings of fullness.
Ah, feelings of fullness. Perhaps you could eat rocks. You'd feel pretty full.
Many fruits and vegetables, which are primary carbohydrates,
yes,
are also packed with vital vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that
See, the thing is, though, what you'll find is that the exact level of nutrient deficiency that you can expect eating nothing but the muscle meat and associated fat of animals is none. Mostly large ruminant animals, so that you make sure you have everything on board. Hello, Lauren. Or Lauren. Lauren. Probably Lauren. You're not here. Still. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for you, Lauren. So's Ted, aren't you, Ted? Why are we waiting? Why are we waiting? We are... No singing. Yes, right. Good. Ah, Miss Patricia. How are you all? I hope you're all doing well. We're just learning about the carbs, though, from someone who knows much more about it than I do, clearly. Yes, it will never end. Never end. Oh, I suppose that gives me something to do. If I didn't already have plenty to do here on the farm, which I do.
Protect against chronic diseases. And myth number 5.
Ah, good. So, has he got anything right yet?
You'll burn more fat if you cut carbs.
Right. Well, that's clearly false. Nothing more can be said about that. Obviously, that's false.
While your
God. Give me strength.
body does burn fat between meals, this process is more efficient when you have adequate carbohydrate stores.
Source? To support that ridiculous theological claptrap? Source? Shall we wait? No? No source, just your opinion again. Remember what we said about opinions just before?
Called glycogen.
Ah, glycogen, yes. Glycogen is glucose starch. It's stored in a number of areas in the body, the liver, the skeletal muscles, for example. Yes, it comes from blood glucose, but blood glucose can be provided by gluconeogenesis still. All the glucose required, all of it. Are you providing your own audio, Pete? Because I didn't say that today, did I? Or did somebody say it in the chat? I don't know. It's one of my things. People steal it all the time. People are always stealing my shit and not crediting me for it or promoting my channel or telling people I even exist.
Glycogen is the stored form of glucose,
Yes.
which comes from carbohydrates.
Oh, or indeed from gluconeogenesis, still. Ah, feral grandma, we love you. $10. Good. Why do I need fiber to help regulate my blood glucose if I'm not eating carbs and just trust my liver to make the little bit I need? Exactly. Good. You're onto it. You're vastly ahead of this clown.
Severely
But then so is a severely retarded goldfish.
restricting carbs can deplete your glycogen stores, but
You see how you said can there? That leaves maybe not two entirely on the table. And in fact, what you will find is that your glycogen storage in your body is almost entirely determined by your physical training status and not by your diet, actually, in any meaningful way at all. So sorry about that.
potentially
Just the facts, though. I know. Annoying old facts, aren't they?
leading to fatigue and making it harder to engage in physical activity, which is important for fat burning.
No, it isn't, in fact, at all. Goodness gracious. Wow.
In extreme cases, your body might even start breaking down muscle
One of the things I also had an academic career in, it was the first, the first thing I taught, the first thing I researched, the first expertise I had, my first advanced research degree is in exercise physiology. That's another thing I am actually expert in, that and human nutrition, and cardiovascular pathophysiology as well. So it's not like I'm just making shit up like this clown is.
tissue for energy.
I know. It doesn't really matter what credentials you've got. What really matters is whether what you're saying is demonstrably correct or demonstrably incorrect. And I guess anyone with more than 3 brain cells can work out which one of myself and this buffhead here is the one that you should probably listen to. I mean, one of us is polite and positive and has a glorious beard. And the other one's just silly old me that doesn't know anything and is rough and gruff and rude and abrasive and says naughty words occasionally. So clearly I've got no credibility at all.
Which is counterproductive for long-term health and metabolism.
Okie dokie. So neither of those things are supported by any literature either. Should we wait for a source on those? Okie dokie. Good.
Now, myth number 6, you can't lose weight while eating carbs.
Right. Well, that's not true. You can. Several ways that you could achieve this. You could cut off your arms or your legs. You'd lose weight immediately. You could dehydrate yourself. You'd lose weight. So he's right on this one. However, I suspect he's going to get it wrong in terms of what he's going to say after this. I mean, it's really no thing to suggest that something is so if you're going to back up that by saying a bunch of stuff that's completely incorrect about it. Idiot, really.
This is simply untrue.
Yeah, well, you've shown us already in this video that you have plenty of credibility and plenty of reason for us to listen to you as to what's true and not true. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, indeed. Well, I can't possibly be correct, though, because I haven't got a beard and big muscles. So I must be wrong. Because big muscles, everybody knows big muscles are tantamount to health. Even though what it takes to get big muscles is anything but healthy, actually, because it's not actually a natural state. Interesting, isn't it? Yes. Okay, let's get this done. So I can go and yell at those kids.
People successfully lose weight while including carbohydrates in their diet. The key is portion control, choosing the right types of carbohydrates.
Right, so it's just calories in, calories out. How stupid of me.
Carbohydrates and maintaining an overall calorie deficit.
Yes, how do you maintain a calorie deficit when you cannot consume any calories whatsoever still? How do we do this, Mr. Health? Buffhead? Please explain. And while you're at it, perhaps you'd like to explain it to all the physicists who clearly don't know anything about physics, whereas you clearly do. Bit of love from Tasmania. Love it. We love us some Tassie. Nothing like a good map of Tasmania. Is there? Paralaus, King of Tasmania. If I dehydrate myself, can I stay in status in a vacuum pack for the winter and my wife rehydrate me in the spring after the Christmas holidays? If you want, try it. Mess around and find out. Yes, indeed. You don't know anything unless you can bench 415, actually. Ron, if you can't bench press 415 pounds, it's quite clear you don't know anything. Bye. Oh, hi, everyone. I'm a tubby, fat, ignorant shit with no credentials, but I've got lots of opinions and arrogance, so I'm going to come online and tell you all about the veganism, though. Good. Sorry, that's my best Richard Burgess impersonation that I can do. All right, what's next? Yes. I eat wood chips and crap firewood. Good. Somebody has to. Although there's no shortage of firewood around here. We've had plenty of it delivered recently. Okay. Let's get through this.
Through a balanced diet and regular exercise.
There you go, balance. Obviously, balance is a good thing. Everybody knows that. Of course, balance is good. Why would we question balance? Other than we evolved in a specific niche, just like every other animal in existence on this planet, and balance is actually the furthest thing away from what should determine what a good diet for us is. What we should eat is that which we've eaten our entire existence, pretty much, except for the last 11 or 12,000 years, where we've really messed up by thinking ourselves so much more clever than nature itself. Or God, depending on which you believe in.
It's about creating a sustainable lifestyle.
Yeah, sustainable lifestyle, because we all know that the carnivore diet is completely unsustainable, don't we, kids? I was just saying to Pim the other morning, when she was in the kitchen, at the bench, looking confused about what to have for breakfast. Well, I said, or something to that effect. And she said something to the effect of, goodness gracious, you really are quite annoying, aren't you? And perhaps you'd like to translocate by means of swift extrapolation to the aforementioned premises elsewhere. Something like that. It was a bit shorter, the way she worded it. But it was along those lines, I think.
Not complete deprivation. And
yes, deprivation. If we don't have carbs and fibre, we're deprived, aren't we?
Number 7.
Who feels deprived in the chat? Let us know. Do you feel deprived? I don't.
Carbs.
Well, I'm deprived of cash at the moment because of hemorrhaging out cash to fix this property that got smashed twice in 2 weeks by 200-year floods. Something wrong with the math there, isn't it? If you say this is a once in 200-year event and it happens twice in the space of a fortnight. It's almost like the same math that says carbohydrates are essential and so is fibre, really. And cholesterol is bad, of course. And drugs that manage symptoms but don't fix any problems, not so much.
Cause diabetes. This is another misconception. Type 2 diabetes is a...
I love you, min prinsessa. Jag älskar dig. Oh, yes. I was thinking it, but I thought, no, don't say that. I'm glad you did. Somebody had to. Carry on, soldier, as you were. Right.
Complex condition primarily caused by a combination of genetic and lifestyle factors.
Yes, caused, you said. Great. So where was these cause and effect studies? Anywhere in the literature that can support any claim of cause and effect as regards any kind of hard health outcome in human beings over any period of time whatsoever. Shall we wait for those? No, still okay, good.
Including excess body weight, physical inactivity, and insulin resistance.
Ah, good old insulin resistance, that thing that absolutely exists, isn't it? And is not a construct at all.
While excessive intake of refined carbohydrates and sugary foods can contribute to weight gain.
Hang on. I thought you said that refined carbohydrates are completely different from those simple ones. I'm confused again. I wish I wasn't so stupid. I wish I could grow a beard. Well, I can grow a beard like that if I want to, actually. I don't want to grow a beard like that. I wish I could put a rag on my head like that. Again, I probably could. I've even got one. What I'm really saying is I'm just jealous of your astounding knowledge, intellect, and sheer credibility that you exude from every pore because you have big muscles, though. And they're not actually that good, are they, really, in terms of that even? Sure, you have some development. But is that a good thing, necessarily? Because what did you have to do to achieve that?
Increase the risk of developing type 2 diabetes.
The risk, you say. Good. So once again, you'll then be able to point me clearly and squarely to a study that's experimental in human beings in a metabolic ward lock-in situation that can establish a cause and effect relationship between anything and anything else. Shall we wait for that? What is it going to take, staff, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages? What is it going to take to get the message through to the great unwashed that they need to stop listening to these absolute imbeciles? I don't know. Put your comments below as to what it's going to take.
Diabetes, it's not the sole cause. Focusing on a balanced diet.
Again with the balance, good. We need balance.
Diet rich in whole foods.
Yeah, what's a whole food? Is meat and associated fat not a whole food? Still confused.
Including complex carbohydrates.
Complex carbohydrates are a whole food, even though the exact dietary requirement for carbohydrates, either simple or complex, is still absolutely none ever.
And maintaining a healthy weight are crucial for diabetes prevention and management.
All right, so now you're an expert in diabetes as well, are you, buffhead?
Myth number 8. You shouldn't eat carbs at night.
Right, or any other time, actually.
The idea that eating carbs at night automatically leads to weight gain is a myth.
Well, who said it wasn't? Who suggested that the consumption of carbohydrates at night automatically leads to anything other than an increase in blood glucose, which may well lead to a series or cascade of events that may well lead to the deposition of some fat overnight? Just those pesky facts again. I wish I wasn't so confused about facts and things.
Your body utilizes nutrients based on your energy needs throughout the day.
Nutrients.
Not just the time you consume them. What matters more is the total number of calories you consume.
No, you still can't consume any of those ever, still.
Throughout the day and the quality of your food choices.
Well, which is it? One of those is correct. The other one is fundamentally, absolutely, utterly, unassailably, and demonstrably incorrect.
And if you're hungry and it's dinner time and it includes healthy carbohydrates.
What are those? What are these healthy carbohydrates of which you speak?
Within your overall calorie goals.
No. If your goal is to do with units of heat energy, you are misguided. Vastly, hugely, demonstrably, unassailably, patently. Misguided. You've been listening to the wrong characters. Anyone who refers to the value of food in terms of calories needs to be turned off. You need to unsub from any channel that says that. Trust me alone. I'm the science, I'm safe and effective, and don't question the science.
There is no scientific reason to...
Good, tell us about science, buffhead. Oh my God. Wow. Tell us all about the science.
Avoid them. And the final myth, number 9, all bread and pasta are bad for you.
Right. Well, again, you're correct in your opening gambit there. But what you're about to say is going to be just as stupid as everything else you've had to say, isn't it? I bet. Place your bets now.
Now, just like the first myth, this is an overgeneralization. There is a significant difference between refined and whole grain bread and pasta.
So once again, relying on the GI mythology, hinging off an absolute complete ignorance of science, statistical inference, or anything remotely connected. Okay, so, wrong again, buffhead.
Refined versions are often stripped of fiber and essential...
Because of course we all know fiber is essential because you said so. So it must be true. You wouldn't have said it otherwise, would you?
nutrients. However...
Again, essential nutrients. Well, you think fiber and carbohydrates are essential. So clearly you have a lot of credibility and we should listen to you about what's essential and what isn't. Because those pesky facts, that actual science that actually does exist out there, that we actually can go and read to just, if you want to check what I'm saying in terms of absolute correctness factually and unassailability, you can if you want. Even if you don't like me, or even if you don't like the fact that I'm a bit snarky and a bit sarcastic and occasionally drop the odd F-bomb. What I'm saying is still correct, and what you're saying, buffhead, is still absolutely, utterly ridiculous in the extreme, isn't it?
However, whole wheat bread...
Just to remind folks, go and buy Cerule. Cerule Stem Enhance Ultra. If you live in New Zealand and Australia, you can get the hardcore carnivore formulation invented by me. Me! Well, not the active ingredient, but the formulation that removes all plant material. I'm told, you soon might be able to get that in the European Union as well, which means the continental US won't be far behind. But in the meantime, you should absolutely buy the Stem Enhance Ultra, which contains really very little in the way of plant material whatsoever and nothing that's likely to be a problem anyway. The hardcore carnivore is just for those people that said, I'm not going to buy it because this guy... Also, you probably should get Cyactive, which is an anti-inflammatory, and Plasma Flow, which is a blood flow optimizer. Best purchased if you want to pay for them as a wellness pack on Subscribe and Save. You can do that at the address wending its way across the bottom of the screen there, the one that goes bkaynutrition.cerule.com. If you don't want to pay for them and you'd rather have them for free, just send me an email and I'll tell you how to do it. Normally it would cost you $75 to become an IBO member of Cerule, but this month it's free. Free, I tells you. So that's the promotion. Get to it. Snap to it. After this, which will be soon, because I'm nearly done. So is this clown. Right, that's the bills paid.
And pasta made from the entire grain are good sources of fiber.
Oh, you don't need any fiber, so a good source of fiber is irrelevant.
Vitamins and
in fact, fiber is, if anything, quite patently contraindicated in terms of its effect on the enteric function of humans, it seems.
Minerals. Choosing whole grain options can be a healthy part of your diet.
No.
So as you can see,
yes, as you can see, because the best way to reinforce a ridiculous, nonsensical and factually incorrect statement is to say, so as you can see, because I said so. The only person you should take at absolute face value because I said so is me, Ted, or Baldy here, because I taught him everything he knows. He says it's the other way around. Ted reckons he taught me everything I know. It's actually the other way around.
Carbohydrates aren't...
Also, you can follow Ted, if you like, on the X platform at HRH_Ted. That's also winding its way across the bottom of the screen if you can't pay attention, because maybe you're a vegan or a carb head or something. Fair warning, though, Ted does tend to refer to next Tuesday quite a bit on the platform over there, because he can, and he likes to. I can't do a thing with him. It's his bag, whatever. And I'm not him, he's not me. Don't confuse the two, never the twain shall meet. He's him, I'm me. Respect his identity, bigots.
The villain they are often made out to be. The key is to choose the right kind of carbs.
Which is what? What's the right kind of carbs, given that they all break down to the exact same thing, i.e. simple sugars, those that do metabolize at all, and that the GI scale is an absolute laugh. Pseudoscientific crackpottery of the highest order because of the noise to signal ratio, which I've already explained, I think, quite adequately earlier. If you missed it because you got here late, number one, report to Ted afterwards for a bit of administrative correction, as it were, and secondly, rewind to the beginning and watch the whole thing on repeat 10 times while saying Hail Marys or something. Yes. Yes. I don't know. What do you live for? What do you live for? That doesn't make any sense. Ah, okay, so you've got 5 hours of coffee left in your life. Well, good luck. It's probably a good idea to at least severely limit the intake of coffee, if not eliminate it, if you possibly can.
Understand portion sizes.
Says me, I'm just about to have some coffee. Oh, there are so few joys in life, aren't there?
And enjoy them as part of a balanced diet.
Yes, a balanced diet. Once again, balance. Because balance is obviously a good thing, even though it isn't.
That supports your
Never mind the facts. Boring old facts. Annoying old facts. Just grow a beard and put a rag on your head and say things because you feel like it. That's what you do.
overall health and goals. Now, if you found this video helpful...
Yes, very helpful in terms of grist for our humour mill, in terms of yet another opportunity to surreptitiously educate people by subterfuge about one or two facts regarding science, nutrition, physiology, etc. And a reason to be online to tell you all that I'm still alive and still kicking, even though I'm getting sick of this. I really am getting very, very sick of this nonsense, kiddies, boys and girls, staff, ladies and gentlemen, however you identify, super intelligent shades of the colour, sky blue, pink, whatever.
And these detailed explanations cleared up some confusion.
Yeah, no, you didn't clear up any confusion, pal. You just added to the torrent of excremental garbage online. You're an embarrassment to yourself, your family, your country, and your religion, whatever that is. You just need to shut the fuck up. Frankly, shut your channel down, you're an idiot. Get the hell off the interwebs, or at least stop talking about nutrition because you don't know anything about it, or physiology because you don't know anything about that either. You are an embarrassment. You're a joke. Get yourself gone.
Give it a thumbs up and share it with anyone who might be misinformed about...
I think I've shared it with quite a few people, and, you know, probably somewhere between 5,000 and 10,000 people will watch this video in the next week, and they'll all understand exactly who it is that's sharing disinformation, won't they? Idiot. Well done.
...out carbs. And don't forget to subscribe for more science-backed nutrition.
Ted. Ted? Ted. Oh, you retarded. Science, he says. Science. I know, Ted. I know. Get back down there and twiddle the knobs.
information. Now tell me, what other nutrition myths should I debunk?
None at all, because you're an idiot. You don't know anything about it whatsoever. You should shut up about nutrition permanently.
Let me know in the comments below.
I think I made it quite clear in my comments here in this video exactly what you should do next.
Now, if you like this video,
No, we didn't.
you need to check out these
No, we don't. In fact, we won't be checking out any of your videos at all, idiot.
next. Now keep pushing, stay strong.
Oh, yes, because it's very important to have big muscles. That's the only thing that's important in life. That and spreading disinformation and espousing ridiculous theological opinions on things that you don't know anything about whatsoever.
Eat your healthy carbs,
Ah, right. Healthy carbs, you say. Good, I'm glad you cleared that up.
and I'll catch you in my next video.
No, you won't. I think I'm done with you, idiot. I'm also done with the live stream because I've got some kids to go and yell at. So let's just have a quick look at one or two of the comments before we go. Yeah, we know. We know, Ted. We know. We know. Everybody knows. He makes sure that everybody knows who's in charge around here. We all know it's His Royal Highness Ted, King of the Bears, Prince of Pimbatia, Field Marshal of the Meat Militia. If you want to see Ted absolutely running the show, have a look on, well, both Harry Louse's and my channel. You'll find a video where Ted hijacked an interview that was supposed to be with me. Ted showed up. It was hilarious, wasn't it, Harry Louse? Absolutely hilarious. Yeah. You have been spotted at the camouflage training. Report to Ted afterwards, down the back by that bucket of soapy frogs. Yes, it was helpful, wasn't it, Harry Louse? Very helpful. Just like Ted. Ted's helpful. Only wild ones. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, he mentioned the science. However, as you quite rightly say, Alexander, he was debunked. I debunked him, I think. Yeah, I feel the same way, Juliet, about coffee. It's one of my wicked naughtinesses that I do undertake, some coffee, among other things, here and there. Right, anyway, yes, fried frog legs. Very good. Anyway, everybody, thanks for being here. Thanks for keeping the vibe of the show rolling. Thanks for everything you do to support. I hope you continue to support. In the meantime, let's all sing heartily and loudly, so loudly that Her Majesty Pym, Queen of Pirates, Mother of Puppies, Ducks, Goats, Sheeps, Cows, and Pimbatia at large, first of a name, the Unpoked, so that she can hear, all the way here in Pimbatia. She needs to hear your voice, because those of you that missed the beginning, you will have missed the fact that yesterday or the day before, in the morning, I walked into the kitchen where Pim said she was hungry. I responded, that's fine, it's breakfast time. And she said, get this, but I don't know what to have. Well, boys and girls, let's let her know, shall we? At the top of your voices. Steak and eggs and eggs and steak. That's what you should have for your breakfast. Delicious eggs and steak and steak and eggs. Just making sure you heard Pim. I think she heard us, boys and girls. Join me next time where someone else will be wrong on the interwebs, because it doesn't look like slowing down anytime soon, does it? No.